He's kind of like a third human, a third cat, and a third dog. He loves to paddleboard, he loves to swim, happy to be up on deck when we're sailing, and he also even talks to us. So you can actually have a conversation with Ronnie. He will literally cry when you converse with him. It's like he understands you. But at the same time, he's kind of like a dog. He will come on family walks, and if we go without him, he'll cry and get in a bad mood.
Don't you walk on my mosquito net, Ronnie! That'll learn ya. Can't believe you just did.
Ronnie and Smidge are both rescue cats. They were both found about 1.5 years apart, and both of them appeared in our lives after 2 tragic pregnancy losses. They are our boat babies, but they're also kind of my rainbow babies. Ronnie was actually found in Cyprus. So we live on a boat in Greece, but we actually found him when we were visiting family. We were staying in a little bungalow, and there was one day when it was particularly rainy, and this little ginger face appeared at the window, and he was about 6 months at the time, we're told. And he literally just sat in our window and cried and cried and cried to be let in. We said, no, we can't let him in. If we let him in, he'll never go. And we live on a boat in Greece, so we really can't let him in. We thought he would go back to his owner, but he didn't. We thought that he had a previous owner. We spent about 6 weeks looking for that person, and in that time, Ronnie just grew to be part of the family. And by the time it came for us to go back to Greece and back to our boat, we just couldn't leave him behind. So we got him a pet passport, got all his inoculations done, and we flew him back to Greece. So then we brought him back to the boat, and he just took to it like duck to water. Smidge, we were actually living on the boat at the time, and it was around Christmas time. I was walking through a local Greek town, past a green wheelie bin, when I heard this tiny little cry, and it wasn't the kind of cry you can ignore, because it was definitely a cry of help. So I got on my hands and knees and looked under the wheelie bin, and there was just this tiny little kitten there, crying and crying and crying. It didn't even cross my mind to not pick her up. I couldn't help myself. I just literally grabbed her, popped her in my jumper, and I walked her back to the boat. She cried and cried and cried the whole way back, but the moment that I stepped inside the boat, she stopped crying, and she has been happy here ever since. Smidge never leaves the boat. She is not interested in land at all. We've tried it, not interested. She just flattens out like a hedgehog. Smidge hates water. She won't go anywhere near it. She only likes the inside of the boat, and that's it. Also, when she's sleeping, you can put things on her and she will not move. She's just happy being in her little bubble. She was extremely sick when she came to us. Unbeknownst to us, she had gastroenteritis, and she was about half the size of a 5-week-old. So she was on death's door, really. She was very lucky that we found her, and we nursed her back to health. I do actually believe that it was our son's love and Ronnie's father role that was part of the reason why she survived. Now they're just like 2 peas in a pod. My husband's more of a dog person, but I've always been a cat person, definitely. And both boys are very much animal people. They actually volunteer at a local animal sanctuary in the winter time when we're not sailing around as much. And since we've had the cats on board, they've become even more animal orientated. And our eldest son actually wants to open a cat sanctuary when he grows up. So they've been a really great addition to our bubble of a life, and it's taught them to be gentle with animals, which is wonderful. We're now working towards and raising money for charities on every island that we visit, so that we can help with the stray animals in Greece, because there is a big problem over here. Both of them played an important part in obviously healing because of the difficult time that we went through just before we found both of them. And they have completed the boat in a way, because there are 3 boys and 1 girl living on this boat, and cats bring a certain element of feminine energy with them, I think. So for me, they have given me something to love, but also they've given the boys something to love and something to look after and cherish. They've made the boat a home.